Hello, greetings from Canada once again. This is Ugly Goblin Boy, and I'm going to show you one more video of the rest of my PWEI stuff. Without delay, let's get to it. So, really, I don't have much more left. Here is a PWEI aftermarket mug. I'm not 100% sure when it came out, but I picked it up on eBay. It's the classic Pepsi design. It's not the greatest quality, I'll be honest. There are some colors bleeding through, even though I don't have a dishwasher. I don't really use it that often. I just kind of have it on my shelf just to look at. Here's a video I'm sure a lot of you UK PWEI fans have, and it's the Unspoiled by Progress video. And let me switch this on to macro so you can see the track listing. It's a lot of the videos from that era of early 90s, late 80s, and I have seen it even though I don't have a PAL VHS. I do have a digital copy, and it's pretty cool. It's nice to look at, it's good to have in your collection. It pretty much finishes off any of the official merchandise that might have been available. And I like the cover. I mean, it's good. It's the classic, this is the day, this is the hour, this is this cover. And the video quality is rather good. I actually kind of enjoy watching PWEI itself when it's on VHS because it has that grainy sort of look to it. Here's a poster I showed before, but I'm going to show you as it's rolled out because I don't think it really articulated the poster well. And this is actually an EMF poster, but you know, PWEI itself is billed as a second headliner, which is kind of cool. And I like it. It's got a nice thick cardstock, and I'm a fan of silkscreen posters. And maybe one day I'll show a poster, or a video rather, of some of my other silk screens that I have. What else we have here? As you can probably notice, I've actually laid out everything in advance so I wasn't rustling through things. Here are all the newspaper clippings that you might have seen in the video that I didn't get out of the tube. And there are literally hundreds of paper clippings here, as you can see. And they range from things like this, like the full 2-page spread of PWEI itself, a couple of more articles on PWEI itself, everything from interviews up until advertising for albums. So I'm going to go back to macro and zoom in on a few right here. Here's the Doomsday Power Mix, the original ad for This Is the Day, This Is the Hour, This Is This, the single for X, Y, and Z, and the single for Chicolina, and single for Wise Up Suckers, and there are literally hundreds in here. I'll just briefly show you like hundreds, little tidbits of paper, everything from articles on the band itself to what else do we have here? More advertisements. What do we have? Advertisements for the album, advertisements for Box Frenzy. There are quite a few interviews in here too. This is a later interview, of course, for Two Fingers My Friend. So yeah, hundreds of things. I can't possibly show you them all, but one day I'm thinking about framing them and some sort of collage framing, and hopefully I'll have that up soon. Okay, we have t-shirts now. Now I'm sure a lot of you UK PWEI itself fans were able to go to this show, but I wasn't. Here's a t-shirt from the Reformation Tour, Return of the Incredible PWEI. It's a small and it's a really nice t-shirt. It has all of the show dates on the back. Anybody that was able to catch that show, feel blessed. It is more than likely going to be the last time anybody's ever going to see the original PWEI lineup. So there's that, and here's another aftermarket Pepsi logo shirt. And I don't personally like it. I don't really wear it that often. It's got a weird feel to it. The texture is sort of a felt texture, and it also sits a little bit weird. I'm not sure if it's because it's a European design shirt or not, but I don't like it. And finally, we have this, which is actually a Vile Evils t-shirt. I'm sure that some people that were aware of Vile Evils during their very brief heyday have this shirt, and again, it's not the greatest shirt in the world. It's kind of boring looking, but it's nice to have just for anybody that was fans of Vile Evils. Speaking of which, let's talk about Vile Evils. Okay, so I essentially own everything ever released by Vile Evils, and anybody that had the opportunity to see them, I'm very envious. So consider yourselves blessed again. So we have that t-shirt. We also have this very limited DVD, and the gentleman that did all the artwork, I think it's Payback, as his real name is Paul. You know, he did a really good job on some of the artwork here, and it's got that real retro classic feel to it. And here's the DVD. I think it was released, let's zoom in a little bit. I think it was released to a limit of something like 36 copies. And it's got a lot of video on it, a lot of the FLAC audio files, and it's not an actual playable DVD. It's only a data disc. So that's kind of cool. And let's go to the discography here. So here is every single pressing of anything released by Vile Evils, and it was a very short run. As some of you might know, Vile Evils was Krabby and Adam Mole primarily near the end, and they disbanded when PWEI itself was supposed to be reimaging. So here we have the anthology disc, which again Paul did a great job of doing the artwork on. He actually sent out reissues of the artwork because the label did such a shitty job on pressing it that everything was cut wrong and it looked off center and everything like that. So he personally sent out reissues of all the artwork, which is great, and I thank him a lot for that. So the anthology, it just takes samples of material released during that time, and I think this copy here was limited to 16 or 18 pressings, so again, very limited release. Here we have the PWEI itself Legacy Vile Evils disc of the Demon tracks and Acts of Men 2010. This was the first time that was released, and that is now considered a PWEI single, but originally it was released as a Vile Evils single, and that's just a remix by Krabby, and it's actually a really good remix too. I really hope he keeps the direction that he's going with this band. And what else do we have here? This is the Demon single. It looks very similar to the cover of that last single I showed you, but it only has a few tracks here from the Demon single and the Acts of Men 2010, and just has remixes on there. I can't remember what's on there exactly. Anyways, the big thing with these CDs, and you're not really missing much, is the label did a terrible job of promoting Vile Evils and PWEI itself. They actually only pressed burnable CDs, and the quality is quite disappointing, but the artwork is great. I really like it. It's got that really nice retro feel to it. So everything you see here, it's all, I think it's all like blue bottom discs. Yeah, it's not an official disc. I'm really disappointed about that, but what can you do? And what do we have here? The 3-disc collection of the anthology. So here we have disc 3. There you go. The artwork is very similar, but it looks slightly different, just to fit in with the anthology feel, but also differentiated. And here are all the tracks available on disc 3, and here is what, disc 2, and the artwork again very similar, but just unique enough to differentiate it from the anthology collection. And get the glare out. A lot of interesting tracks on there. This is everything ever pressed by Vile Evils, by the way. And here we have disc 1, and there's the cover, and there's the track listing of Vile Evils. So there you go, produced by Manzel, Krabby, Mole. It's very cool. I really liked Vile Evils. It's rather disappointing that they didn't go further than they did, but the only reason they really did disband was the fact that Krabby promised us a reunion in actually May of 2010, but we're shooting for a reunion May 2011, so good luck with Krabby on his new baby. I know that's one of the reasons that he disbanded at the time and didn't really take the project any further. And here are, let's zoom out again, doubles of all those releases. So I managed to buy quite a few copies before the label decided to pull everything. And that was because I knew that the label wasn't going to continue with the band, and I thought maybe I should get all the physical copies I can. So we have doubles of pretty much everything, and it's all in cellophane, and I'll probably hold on to those for a little while longer. And that is it. That concludes everything from Vile Evils to PWEI itself, and that is my collection. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see some of the forum members on the forums and YouTube. See you around. Bye-bye.